everyone. I wholeheartedly welcome you to Kochiva's French webinar, where we will be meeting each other for the next 20 days. We are Kochiva. We are an organization which helps you in bridging the gap between what you learn at school or colleges and what is required at the professional sphere. We offer courses in foreign languages, namely French, Spanish, German, as well as a few courses in IT. Our tagline, gets you ahead, ensures that you do get ahead in your professional journey. Our certain courses that I mentioned are specifically language courses in French, German, and Spanish, and certain programming skills in Python, Java, data sciences with full stack. Today's agenda is to equip you with what is French, where did it originate, why should I learn French, a few similarities between the languages we already know, and so on. So today would be an induction class to introduce you to French and how do the French pronounce. Before that, does anyone already know French here? Has anyone learnt it in school or in college? I can see a lot of hands raised. Okay, Chandrakant, Mahmood, Abhilasha, Sai, Zarestine, Chandranath. On Duolingo, perfect, Sarojini. Okay. Atia. Okay, a lot of people already have learned French, so I could call you Francophones, the people who do speak French. Even if you say one word in French, you are referred to as Francophones. Wow, Atia, you're doing your bachelor's in French from which university? While she's typing her answer. Oh, perfect. You're doing it from Aligarh Muslim University. Mudassir is saying yes from Duolingo and Busu app. Sai, you've been a student for 5 years. Okay. Sai, then, I'm guessing you have an intermediate level in French already. You're also learning from Duolingo and Busu, which well. Understood. Okay, from 8 to 12. Okay, you're in school. Okay. So now that we've had a little introduction and I've understood that some of you have a little knowledge of French beforehand, and some of you are relatively new to this language, which is also fine. We have everything for everyone right here. Today I'm going to present a few facts about the French language, but before every fact, I will be asking a small question to you. Before the first fact, my question is, where is French spoken? So by where, I mean in which country, which city, which province, state. Okay, France, absolutely. France, it's everywhere. Madhura says everywhere. Okay, we have France, Paris, Africa, Canada, Paris, yes. Where else? Only in the European side or American side, Germany, okay. Mauritius, yes. Luxembourg, and some parts of Africa, some countries of Africa, absolutely. Algeria, yes. Bali, yes, you're right. I'm guessing we all are Indians here. Is French spoken in any part of India? Yes, okay, someone says yes, but where? In Pondicherry, yes. In Pondicherry. Where else? Pondicherry is indeed called the French capital of India. Goa is more the Portuguese side. Yes, Madura, West Bengal. Has anyone heard of Chandan Nagar in West Bengal? Yes. No? Okay. Just like Pondicherry, Chandan Nagar was also a French colony. Just like we were an English colony, we learnt English. Pondicherry and Chandan Nagar were French colonies, which is why they picked on to the language. And if you visit these two places even today, French is spoken like natives. Of course, there are some local mixing of the language with French. So because of this reason, French is today spoken by over 300 million people in over 5 continents. Imagine before lockdown, people that have so much access to online courses, classes, conferences. Before lockdown, this number was 220 million people, but because of exposure to the language, today French is spoken by over 300 million people, which I'm sure will grow after this webinar as well. Okay, my second question to you is, just like every language has a certain industry which it dominates, What are certain sectors or industries dominated by the French language? Fashion, yes, absolutely. A lot of you mentioned Paris. Paris is the fashion capital. Luxury, yes. Perfumes. Diplomacy, yes, absolutely. Bakery, yes. Culinary sector. International relations, perfect. Aviation, yes. Banking and finance, okay. Tourism, yes. Art, yes. Food, again. Wine, yes, yes. When we talk about the culinary sector, wine is also there. Teaching, yes. Perfect. I think you all summarized what I wanted to say. French is indeed the top language of culinary, tourism, travel, international relations, literature, perfect, art. What else did we say? Education sector. Previously, I was also teaching a batch of hotel management students through whom I learned that they use a lot of French terminologies in their curriculum. Once they started learning French, their course became a lot more easier because they could understand why those words are important and why the knowledge of French language was indeed important for them to learn to study hotel management. Moreover, education sector, in most Indian schools, most international Indian schools, French, Spanish, or even German are introduced as second or third languages. In that matter, French government is doing a commendable job in promoting their language. Perfect. Okay, third question to you is you just have to say yes or no. Are we all conversant English speakers? Do we speak English? Yes, okay. Mostly I'm interested if someone is not comfortable. Perfect. Most yeses. Okay. Today we are going to learn why French is most important, most learnt language for English speakers. Did someone mention no? Okay. Since French and English are very similar in terms of the script. If you were to learn Japanese, you need to learn a different script. You need to learn different alphabets. But between French and English, the alphabets are same. They start from A, they end at Z. The script is same. Certain words and certain spellings are even same. So that is why it remains one of the most popular foreign languages learned in most English-speaking countries. Okay, coming to the last fact. Do we know Hindi? Are we all comfortable Hindi speakers or not? Yes or no would be enough. Okay, no. Okay, there are certain laws. Japanese, okay. Okay, I did see one no. Okay, I saw another no. I'll just present the fact and I'll ensure that I do not use Hindi anywhere else. The fact is, between French and Hindi. Okay, got it. If you don't speak Hindi, that's okay. I'm just presenting the fact. Between French and Hindi, just like English, these three languages are evolved from Latin. Latin is the root. So if something is evolved from the same root, there are going to be certain similarities. So just a few similarities for those who speak Hindi. In Hindi, we have matras. In French also, we have certain matras. A, E, U. In Hindi, we have certain adhe akshar. In French also, we have one half letter, adha akshar. In Hindi, we have genders of objects. For instance, if I were to say meri kursi, I have to say meri kursi. I can't say mera kursi. Similarly, French also accords genders to all the objects. Chair in French is also feminine. So every noun, every object has a gender. Okay. too many similarities. But let me tell you, when you are learning a new language, it's okay to find similarities. But it is also important to embrace the differences. But today, let's simplify the task. We are going to find similarities. We'll do the differences Monday onwards. Okay. I did mention that French and English are very similar in terms of spellings, pronunciations. Let me tell you that between languages, there's a lot of lending, there's a lot of borrowing. Languages are interdependent. So in English as well, we've borrowed a lot of French. I want everyone to turn on their thinking caps. Can you think of few English words that we use every day? They do not sound very English, but they seem borrowed from French. I repeat my question. Can you think of French words that we are using in English almost every day? Okay, Madhura says restaurant. Great, because we talked about the culinary sector. Restaurant is definitely a word. Chauffeur, okay. Student is easy. Hotel is very French. We don't use it in English as it is. Cuisine, yes, cuisine is a word. Salon, yes, salon. Bouquet is also there. Cliché, yes, cliché is definitely a French word. Café. Bread is English. Tuition is English. Salad is English. Entrepreneur, yes, definitely French. Croissant, yes, we don't have an English word for croissant. It's definitely French. Okay, souvenir, yes, souvenir is definitely French. No, cheese is English. Cream is also English. We have an English word. We don't say creme. We have cream. Chic, yes, chic is French. Silhouette. Since we are talking about fashion industry, definitely. No, these are all French words that I'm seeing now. Baguette. Baguette, okay, I accept. Voiture is French. Velo is French. Renaissance, yes, it's definitely a French word. Sir, madam is English. Fiancé, yes. No, we have a French word for French fries, which are definitely not French. We'll learn about it very soon. Parfum is perfume. We have a English word for perfume. Okay, a lot of words. Perfect. Such a good start. I love the enthusiasm. Resume, yes, definitely. If someone's scolding, stop using Google, please. Put on your thinking caps. Okay, perfect. So I did find a few words which are similar in spelling and similar in pronunciation, which have no English equivalents. To name a few: croissant, baguette, resume, café. These are all words borrowed from French that we use almost every day in English. There is no other English alternative. So today's task is, I know you all cannot unmute, but the task is, I will be presenting a word to you. You're going to speak it, you're going to pronounce it behind your screens. And then you're going to write the meaning of that word on chat. Once you present the meaning, I will in exchange tell you the French pronunciation rule that is applied on that word. Are we ready? Did we get the instructions? Just a small yes would suffice. Yeah, okay. I got 2 yeses. Yes, perfect. Okay. The first word is, pronounce it behind your screens. How do we pronounce it? Once you've pronounced it, write the meaning on chat. Bunch of flowers, perfect. Bunch of flowers. And the word is pronounced as bouquet. Bouquet. Okay, now I already see a lot of people informing me what pronunciation rule is applied here. Okay, everyone. Had it been an English word, we would have said bouquet. but it is not an English word. It's borrowed from French, which is why it's pronounced as bouquet. So the most important rule is you must notice we are not pronouncing the last letter. The most important French pronunciation rule is the last letter rule. In French, most last letters are silent. We do not pronounce the last letters. Similar example to bouquet is, pronounce it behind your screens. It's buffet. Yes, it's buffet. And what is a buffet? Again, meaning. You could say that French is a silent language. That's very funny. There's actually a running, if you remove all the letters that are not pronounced from a book, this day, it will become very short, very, very thin book. Food counters, yes, buffet indeed means a variety of food you serve yourself, just like at marriages. Perfect. So first and foremost rule is silent all the last letters. Voila, you can speak French now. But let's move to the next word. Please keep in mind, most last letters are silent, not all. We are going to have a look at few exceptions. Okay, how do we pronounce this word? Speak it behind your screens. It is cafe. Cafe. And what does cafe mean? A coffee shop, yes. Or even coffee, yes, we have both the meanings. In English, cafe is used for a coffee shop. In French, however, it means both things. Coffee shop, coffee. Indeed, cafe coffee day is a play of words. You're saying cafe, you're saying coffee in two different languages. Coffee, coffee day, cafe, coffee day. But now you must question. You just said last letters are silent. Then why on earth are we pronouncing cafe and not caf? Not all, mother, are right. There are a few exceptions. And the first exception is the letter E with this matra, the slanting line on the left side, which we pronounce. So when I was saying these accents, these matras have a sound, this particular letter E with this matra sounds like A. It sounds like the letter A in English. Cafe. Cafe. So yes, we are going to pronounce it. Let's test if you've understood this or not. How would we pronounce this word? Speak behind your screens. Resume. Resume. What does resume mean? A biodata. Yes, exact synonym is a biodata. A CV, yes. A curriculum vitae, which is also, yes, Sarojini, you're right. Curriculum vitae is also a French word. So you can see, even though the word is ending with the last letter, but we are definitely pronouncing it because it's an exception. Okay. Valet, yes, valet parking is also a French word actually. Another word, another French word. How would we pronounce this? Go ahead, pronounce behind your screens. It is pronounced as chauffeur. Chauffeur. I can see some pronunciation clarifications, but not quite it. Yes, you're in fact right. There are some exceptions where R is also not pronounced. We learn it in much detail very, very soon. Yes, it's chauffeur, and yes, someone did write it's a driver. What other meanings are according to chauffeur? What does it mean? Someone who takes charge of your, who escorts your car to the parking or something like that. Chauffeur. Yes, okay. It's a chauffeur. Now you would wonder, had it been an English word, we would have said chauffeur. But since it's a French word, there are a few French pronunciation rules that we must learn. First and foremost, observe. We are not saying chauffeur, which means that the French pronounce CH as sh. Wherever you see CH in French, comfortably pronounce it as sh. The AU sound. It's not AU separately. It's O, the letter O. Show. And EUR. It's not EUR. It's R. Chauffeur. I will write an example on chat. I would request everyone to not message right now. Just have a look at this example. How would we pronounce this? Let's repeat it behind our screens. We've just learned E. It is professor, as in English. Professor. Professor. Okay. Small pronunciation rule, but it constitutes to a much larger definition. When you club the words together, it makes a lot of sense. I hope you've made the notes. Shall we move ahead? Yes or no would suffice. Okay. Okay, got it. Another word. How would we pronounce this? Repeat it behind your screens. Remember the last letter rule we learned? So it is, I'm not saying the last letter, I'm saying bon, a, p, t. Yes, I can see a lot of people writing it correctly. Bon, a, p, t. Which means, yes, enjoy your meal. Now, bon appétit has a French connotation. It has a cultural connotation. In India, some of us, I would say some of the Indians, before having their meal, they join their hands, pray to God. The French, on the other hand, they wish each other bon appétit, enjoy your meal, happy eating, anything. Here the small pronunciation rule is, in English we say appetite. So I can understand if you are saying behind your screens, appétit. I understand. Reason being, the English, they're used to the hard letters. Ta, da, ja. The French, on the other hand, they speak these letters very softly. They have a soft letter rule. So they don't say ta, da, ja, but they say ta, da, ja. Every letter is very soft. Which is why I would not say appétit. I would say appétit. Appétit. I hope you've made the notes. Shall we move ahead? Okay. Okay, I've got 4 or 5 confirmations. Another word. Now here I'm going to test. Your knowledge. We've learned 2 pronunciation rules. What are those? And how will you pronounce this word? I'll wait for your response before I answer. Okay. I can see that most of you are applying the last letter, which is what we learnt in the first place. We do not pronounce the last letter. Yes, Madhura, I will repeat. I'm asking what is the pronunciation of this word, and what are the pronunciation rules that we've learned so far. I can see that most of you are writing. Yes, it is definitely faux. Firstly, the last letter is silent. We do not pronounce X. And in AU, we learnt in chauffeur. It has the O sound. Faux. And what does faux mean? What is faux leather? Is it definitely fox's leather? I bet not. What does faux mean? Okay, artificial. Faux means leather or artificial leather? Fake, okay. Come on. Artificial. Wrong, bad, okay. Duplicate, fake, yes, indeed. Not genuine, yes. So, something that is fake. You very well know that the real animal skin is banned. You cannot wear that. It's not allowed. So that is why we have fake leather in the market, duplicate leather, which resembles the real leather. So faux means false, fake, artificial. I hope we figured out the two pronunciation rules applied. Last letter is silent and AU sounds like O. Perfect. Sharp U. So in faux, we've learnt that the last letter is silent and the AU it sounds like the letter O in English. Faux. O. Faux means fake. Okay, adieu, adu. Okay, I can see why most of you are not applying the last, why you're not saying the last letter, because we learned that last letters are silent. Let me present exception number 2, which says all the vowels are pronounced when they're placed at the end. One more thing, before I pronounce this word, can someone tell me a pronunciation rule applied in this word? There's only one pronunciation rule applied. Which is it? That was AU. This is EU. No, that was AU. EU is different. D is not silent. D is soft. Soft letter rule. Yes, you got it up, Preem. Yes. That's why it would not be adieu, but it would be adieu. And yes, the last letter is pronounced. Let me repeat. Adieu. Yes, Anshul, just like English, all the alphabets are same. From A to Z, all English alphabets are same. Adieu. Okay. Exception number 2. It says, considering that a word ends with a vowel, which is actually a sound, A, E, O, U, we pronounce it. We pronounce the last letters which end with a vowel, because those are sounds. You cannot silence the sounds. Good question, Madhura. What about E? E is only pronounced when it has that accent letter, which has no sound of its own. So these 4 letters are always pronounced. We are going to apply it very, very soon. Yes, Madhura, we'll do a detailed study, but today I just want to give you a taste of what French looks like. I don't want to complicate it for you or for anyone else. Okay. Surinder, everything. We'll be doing everything. This is just an induction class. Do not worry. Do not worry. Everything will be done. Okay, someone did mention in the beginning that CRFL are 4 letters that are pronounced at the end. She. Okay, we have someone saying she. Chic. Yes, Yashika, you got it. Chic. Absolutely the way we say it in English. Chic. And what does chic mean? Someone? A girl. No, it's not that derogatory term for chic for a girl. No. Classy, okay. What else does chic mean? You I'm sure you comment on Instagram, on Instagram photos. Oh, you look chic. Yeah, elegant, stylish, classy, fashionable. Since we are talking about fashion, chic is a word we use to describe someone who is fashionable. Chic. Which is why I come to the exception number 3. If a word ends with the letter C, pronounce it chic. Chic. I'm writing one more example on chat, which is indeed a French word. Yes, Surinder, you could say so. You could say so. How would we pronounce this word? I've put it on chat. Are we going to pronounce the C or not? And we pronounce it as sac. Sac means a bag. Sac. A French word. So this was a first French word, which is actual French, which we don't use in English, okay? Okay. Someone did already mention this word. What does it mean? How do we pronounce it? Very, very simple. Simple the way we pronounce cuisine. Cuisine, yes, cuisine. And what does cuisine mean? In French, cuisine means kitchen. I'm asking in English. A particular food from a place, like Indian cuisine, French cuisine, Italian cuisine, Chinese cuisine. Absolutely. For someone who was asking that what happens to E at the end? You tell me what happens to E at the end. Silent. It's not pronounced. We're not saying cuisine. We only say cuisine. A silent French letter. Okay, I'm going to test your knowledge. 3 pronunciation rules applied in this word. I'm giving you 30 seconds time. Type your answers. First, tell me the pronunciation rules. Then you can tell me how it is pronounced. Okay, first is the soft letter rule. E will be pronounced. AU will be O. All the 3 pronunciation rules. Yes. So, say. AU is pronounced as O. T is the soft letter. And E is pronounced because it has the accent on it. Sote. Yes, Surendra, vowel is pronounced sote. And what does sote mean? Stir fry. Yes, fry. Exactly, Anshul. That's the conclusion. You're already speaking, you're using French unknowingly. You already know how to speak French in a way. You just didn't know, oh, these are the pronunciation rules. Now you know. And in fact, you can correct the others who may mispronounce it. Another word. How would you pronounce it? You've seen the brand De Decor. And what is one small pronunciation rule applied here? Someone? You're all right. It's decor. Yes, it's a soft pronunciation. Soft sound of D. Decor. Perfect. And what does decor mean? A decoration, yes. The ambience of place, the decoration. Perfect. Another word. How would we pronounce this word? Say it behind your screens. Creche. Yes, it's creche. The sh sound, the ch becomes sh. Not crush, but creche. Creche. And what does creche mean? What is a creche? I'm sure in English you heard it as crèche. No, it's not a toy. In English we say crèche. Yes, I'm sure I can understand. In nursery or school for kids, it's a place. It's a place. It's a daycare for kids. Exactly. That's a creche. That's a creche. You're absolutely correct. And what's the pronunciation rule? There are two pronunciation rules here. Can someone spot them? Now you can correct her, Anshul. There's no soft letter rule. Last E wouldn't be pronounced. That's first. E with the matra will be pronounced. You're right, and the ch sound is sh. Oh, there's a third rule as well. Great, good job. Okay, this is my favorite part. Here we are going to learn a lot of rules. I'm sure everyone has seen this word. Where have we seen it? Creche. Yes, Anshul, it's creche. First of all, where have we seen this word? Yes, it means that. You're right. It's perfume, but we've seen it on perfume bottles. And how do we pronounce it? Do we call it eau de toilette? Is that how we call it? Okay. Let's be ready to get mind-boggled. Let me give you a little hint. We remember E is silent. So E is not pronounced. What was the sound of AU we learnt? O. That's all. O. Perfect. O is sorted. That's how we say it. We know that this is a soft letter, and E is silent. We would say it as the. O, the. O, the. Okay, first two letters. Let's repeat. Here again. O, the. Coming to the third word. In English, we say that's toilet. That's right. In French, however, the OI sounds like va. How do you say va? Va. You can write it down so that when we come back to the word, we are somewhere sorted. Sounds like va. Yes, a lot of you are writing the pronunciations. Indeed. So again, last letter is silent. Forget that. It's toi, let. Toi, let. Toilette. Toilette. Or the toilette. Yes, Nayak, you got it. Or the toilette, which means perfume. Toilette. That's a funny thing. Every language is indeed funny. There are certain rules which we have to accept. Yes, sure. I'll repeat it. It's O, the, toilette, toilette. A A lot of our fellow colleagues are also writing on chat. Yes, Akshay. Not the, only the. The. Small pronunciation rules, big impact. When we'll be learning greetings on Monday, I'm going to ask you to recollect all the pronunciation rules. So we revise everything before you come for the Monday's class. Okay, right now, we've just learned a pronunciation rule which we are going to apply here. Someone, how would we pronounce this word? There are two pronunciation rules. Apply them. Do not be in a hurry to say the entire word. Break it down. Who? Okay, perfect. Not sur. Remember from chauffeur. We didn't say chauffeur. We said chauffeur. Who? Raymond, not noi. Noir. Like Nayak has written noir. Sir. What? Sir. Connoisseur. Who is a connoisseur? What does connoisseur mean? Okay, yes, you all are very close, but I want to know the meaning. Wine, not really. A man, not really. Something sweet, no, not a drink. A wine judger, that's very specific, something general. Bartender, no. A connoisseur is someone who's an expert. Yes, Harshdeep, you got it. An expert in any field. A specialist. So here I could say this person is a connoisseur of wine tasting. Okay, on that note, we've completed our study of 15 words that we use in English, which are originally borrowed from French. I hope you found this video valuable. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe so you never miss out on more fun and helpful French learning content. Well, if you're serious about learning French the right way, we've got just what you need. Our French language course is designed to take you from basics to fluency with expert guidance, interactive lessons and real-world practice. And guess what? We are offering 20% off for early birdies. Check out the video description and fill the form right away so we can get in touch with you. So why wait? Join us now and make French learning smooth, fun and rewarding. À bientôt! See you in class!